Everyone, and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of crude has moved in the last week and how the price of crude can move in the next week. See, if you look at the chart of crude, what we have seen, crude now trading at a level of $66.21, and if you look at this particular trend, there is a continuous upside. We have seen a swing is forming at this level, and then what we have seen a sharp fall. And if you look at this sharp fall, it is around 4 weeks back, and a probability was there that if it started going above a level of around 72.41, then we can see there can be a further rise. At this point, people might be thinking that the price can rise above this level and this pattern will sustain, but no. Nowadays what is happening, that whenever it is creating this particular pattern at this particular level, it is trying to make people suppose they are thinking that the trader were thinking that the price will go upside. No, it is making a sharp fall, and that is where people are losing money and traders are losing money. So you have to understand, trailing your SL is very important. Okay, that will save your profit. Okay, so before I move ahead and explain you where the price of crude can move in the next week, if you have any doubts, you can mail me at stockmarkettradinglab@gmail.com, and one more mail ID in the description. And please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a telegram link also given in the description. You can join that too. If you look at this pattern, there is a U pattern is forming. Okay, and then there is an upside. So chances are very high that if the price started falling below $64.7, we can see there can be a further fall. And if the price fall below this level, a probability of moving towards 64.10 we can see, and then it can move towards a level of 62.17. Okay, and then a further fall can be seen. But if the price started sustaining this level, it can move towards 66.8, and from there a level of $72.2, and then a further upside also can be seen towards a level of 77.57, and then to a level of 81.20. Okay, this pattern is supporting this particular trend, and chances of going further down will be there. But if it started sustaining this level, a probability of moving towards 72 will be there if the price keep moving above a level of 69.23. Okay, see, the price of crude depends on a lot of factors. One of the factor is dollar index, because see, the import and export based on the dollar prices. So when suppose this is the amount you have imported, and the price of dollar is suppose Y, when the dollar index rises, okay, then you have to pay more amount for the same quantity of import, okay, of the crude. So similarly, when the dollar index moves down, you have to pay less for the same quantity. Okay, so they are inversely related to crude. So but sometime what happened, we have seen that both moves in same direction. So in order to reduce that uncertainty, put your SL. Always remember, if you're working with SL, it is very important you can save your capital. But if you're not working with SL, there is a probability that you can lose your capital. And if you are trailing your SL, then there is a probability that you can make a good profit. Coming back again on the crude price, there is a pattern forming. So you have to understand that if the price started going below 64.7, or if it comes towards a level of 63.6, this is a strong support. So if the price keep moving below this level, a further downfall can be seen. Okay, but if the price keep moving above a level of 63.6, then we can see a further upside. Below this level we can see a further fall, but above this level we can expect there can be a further upside. Now let's see how the dollar index is moving, because see, dollar index is playing an important role. So how the price of dollar index is moving, see, how the price of dollar index is moving. Dollar index is also creating the same pattern what we have seen in the crude. A U pattern is forming. Okay, and if you look at this particular trend, a probability is high that if the price started going below 97.2, a further downfall can be seen towards a level of $96.3 after crossing a level of around $96.8. Okay, keeping that in mind, this particular pattern is supporting a downside. But you have to understand, as soon as the price started falling below 96.3, chances are high it can move further down towards $95.8, and from there a further fall can be seen towards $95.1. And if the price started going below that particular level, chances of going towards 94.5 will be there. Okay, and if that sustained, we can see a further bounced back. Suppose if it sustained this level, it can move further upside towards a level of 98.5. And if the price moving off that particular level, chances of going towards 99.4 is this. 99.4 is already tested, so the price can rise above that level, and from there it can move towards 100.9, and from there a further upside can be seen towards 101.9 to a level of $102. Okay, coming back again on the crude price, I have already explained you the dollar index in my other videos. If the price sustain above 103, you can check from there. Okay, now coming back on the crude price, what we can see this week, we have seen it is trying to regain its momentum towards an upside. So if the price sustain above this level, it can move towards next level of around 66.8. And if the price rising above that particular level, we can see it can move towards next level of around $67.6. And if that sustain, we can see it can go further upside towards $69.9. And understand that this pattern will sustain above this particular trend. And if you look at this particular trend, what we have seen, this is a previous week high 69.9. so we can see there will be a further upside, a month high you can say, and then the probability of going further upside can be seen towards $70.07. And once started going off this level, then we can expect, yes, it can go further upside towards a level after 70.2. it can touch a level of 72.3. After $70.2, we can see a level of 72.3. This is what we can see this, and then a pattern is forming. So you have to understand, as soon as the pattern sustain, that means if it started sustaining of 72.3, a further upside can be seen towards $73.6, and then a further high. And then if that sustain, I'll make another video explaining where it can go. And you have to understand, as soon as the price sustain above 72.3, take it as a strong support if the price goes above this level. Okay, and if that sustain, you can trail your SL. But suppose if the price didn't sustain, what we can see, suppose if the price started falling below this level, see, you have to understand it is trying to go upside, but market is uncertain. You should not be thinking that the market will go in the upside movement continuously. No, market is uncertain. Market will not move a sharp upside. It will hold for some time. That is how it goes upside. Okay, but you have to understand what happens if it started going upside. Sometime it can come a sharp fall and then can move upside. So you have to understand, putting your SL is very important. Okay, suppose if the price didn't sustain, we can see it can move towards next support of $65.42. Okay, that is the support one. And if the price falling below that particular level, chances of going further downfall we can see towards next support, that is 64.7. okay, and if the price falling below 64.7, a further downfall can be seen towards next level of $64. Once the price falling below $64, chances of going towards 63.18 is there. Okay, and if the price falling below 64.18, a further downfall can be seen towards $61.3. And if the price falling below 61.3, chance of going towards a level of $60 will be there. And then there will be a zone breakout. This $60 is already being tested, so we can see the price can fall further down. And yes, after that we can see the price has not, can see towards next support, that is around 56.46. so if it started falling below this particular level after 56.46, we can see it can go further fall towards a level of 55.36. okay, if the price comes close to 55.46, and then what we can see, 55.36 is already tested, so we can see the price will move further down, and yes, after that it can touch a level of $54. okay, so you have to understand, as soon as the price started falling below 55.36, it can move below 54, and then a further fall can be seen. Any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail ID is also in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you need to